And we are live.
Yep.
Welcome to a Sunday morning edition. I think it's evening around majority of the world. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's just enjoying my my day.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't do much today. I just like had a slow pace day because I stayed up almost all night. I got into this TV series. Well, not TV series, just a movie. It was about like some thieves. 50 Cent was in episode 1.
Or Den of
And
Thieves.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How did you know that, man? You read my mind.
Yeah. Once you said like thieves, I knew Den of Thieves. I've not watched it, but I just know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I watched like movie 1 and movie 2 back to back. Movie
Okay.
1 was like for me it was pretty awesome. Like 50 Cent was a boss. His
Yeah.
attitude, even like when a guy was supposed to go out with his daughter in the movie, he was like, it was my responsibility to take care of her for the last 15 or whatever years. So tonight I'm putting her in your hands. And you tell
Yeah.
him that in front of like him and his whole crew. So like that guy almost like pissed himself seeing
Yeah.
so many
He,
OGs in
he
one place.
Yeah, he produced the third installment of. He's not a great actor, but he's a great producer. I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we have a great show for you today,
Hmm.
and there is something going on around the world right now. I would say it started in the U.S., but it's taking hold around democratic nations. Um, so I want to play you a video first
Okay.
and get your reaction on this. Let me add this to stage. Hold on. Tell me how you feel about this song first.
Niggas flexing with a big bag. Yo, man's mad, he ain't fuck no more. I admit the hell was good, but I ain't want no more. Fuck a few bitches, for bitches, my mind different. Please don't get it twisted, my pussy was fine different. If you thought I liked it, the pussy is crime different. Y'all fucking on these niggas, I been here, they been trash. Big boss, yeah. They never lacking, I be walking on the same. Yeah. Big change, on the same shit. So quick change.
She's like
What?
the second she's the second person I saw like that. There's another
Yeah.
guy, a fat guy like that. He sits down on a couch and raps
Oh,
all
you
the time. And
with
Snoop
oxygen
Dogg,
tank, right?
yeah, Snoop Dogg went off on him one day, and he was like, okay, he took it to the audience and he was asking them, do you guys have a problem with me sitting on the couch and rapping like this? Because it was a live show, bro. It was a
Yeah, it's
live
crazy.
show. And the people was like, no, no, no. And then Snoop Dogg was, you know what? I just have to give him his props, man. Just do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing.
But
He has a petition going on right now saying he want to like the crowd surf. He's 600 pounds. He want to jump off
mhm,
the stage and he wants people to, crowd
catch him.
surf. Yeah, so people are. I think in his next show he wants to do that.
Yeah, he gonna
It's
crush
crazy.
everybody. He gonna crush everybody below him. And he probably gonna end up in the hospital after because he gonna break something.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, he
crazy. So,
he shouldn't try
so,
that at
but
all.
you've heard what the lady was rapping about though,
Yeah, she's
about
rapping about how her pussy's so good. She got like all those, you know.
her.
I guess it's gonna be something that's gonna be very huge. You know what I'm saying? It's like you land there, you have pussy for days. You ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere.
We live in a crazy world.
Yeah,
So
man.
apparently,
That's obesity
yeah,
to the next level, man.
I knew she was lying, talking about her pussy good. She's not seen her pussy in a decade. By the way, there's a controversy going on, and I
Hmm.
want to play you the next clip from the same girl.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What? For what? What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space in my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the lift because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in a car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car? So I gotta order another lift.
Yeah. And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back. Believe me.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL it's called.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham.
Yo, he's afraid she break the suspension, yo. He's like, my car looked too good to be rolling on a broken suspension, man. She stepped in.
Yeah.
The one side is gonna sink down. She go in the
And-
back. The whole thing might flip over, yo.
Yeah. And apparently the driver was not even supposed to have an interaction. The driver could just maybe cancel the order. And come to find out on Lyft, they have like large and extra large. Depending on what you want to carry, you can select the car you want. But she selected the wrong car. And you could see she started recording she started recording the car before she even got there. Right. So she knew exactly what was going to happen before she started recording. So that tells me that's not her first time of doing this bullshit. So I think you're frozen. Oh,
What?
CJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you froze for a minute.
Yeah, I was just like, I just changed my browser to check
okay.
something.
Okay.
Because I remember one time I was watching this video online with
Okay.
those BYD cars, and
Mhm.
apparently they have a weight limit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have a weight limit.
Those
They do have
EV
a weight
cars have
limit.
a weight limit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, they do have.
Damn. So it's
So
like the era is changing, and
yeah,
for every big person these days, they're gonna have problems maybe getting into those those EVs
those
because
small cars.
because I'm seeing they're like 1,800 kg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like something
Yeah.
like that. How much a person like that weighs though?
Oh, she's around 500 pounds.
Mm.
Yeah, she's
Mm.
easily 500 pounds. So she's not a small, she's extra large. So she was not happy about the interaction. And the driver was like, okay, I can refund you your money. And the girl was not having it. She's like, I need to use this car. And the guy is like, nah. So the following day, this is what happened the following day.
Tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL it's called.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
So the case is now a civil suit. She and her attorney are now suing Lyft for weight, hear me out, weight discrimination. Thoughts?
Come on, man. This is just too much, man. Because put it like this, right? I take you in my car and Lyft, right? I probably make $50 just to drive you from A to B. And just for that $50, if you're going to break my suspension, man, I ain't lifting you to go anywhere, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's like I'm putting my car at risk. And if something breaks, Lyft is not going to, reimburse me from it.
Hell no.
You're not going to reimburse me for it. You know, you're going to try to fight it and say, oh, my car is old or something like that. Nah, I ain't doing it, man. I'm sorry. Best it's best you call a pickup truck, you know?
What about
like you saw when she was sitting in the back of the first van.
Yeah.
I think the van was tilting, yo.
Yeah, you saw that too, huh?
The van was tilting, yo. So imagine when she's sitting inside of a car, what would happen? You and your little Sudan, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
The guy probably bought this to, look cool and, be able to flex. And on the side, he's using it to make some money. No, that extra $50 ain't worth it, man. Sorry.
It's not worth it. She knew exactly what she was doing because she could have bought an extra large car, but I think she had in mind that she planned to sue Lyft. That's why she started recording. So now extra large people have joined the lawsuit to multiple. Once people know there's money to be gained, apparently Lyft contacted her privately to solve the issue. She's like, hell no. Maybe the money they were offering her was not maybe to her satisfaction. So she's like, no, I'm contacting my attorney and we're suing the hell out of Lyft, probably in the millions, so.
Good luck to Lyft, man.
Yeah.
But Lyft gonna just have to change their policy.
They have to. Because there's no way.
Their policy, it's okay.
Yeah, because if you are that fat and you get on an airplane, they're going to tell you straightforward, you have to buy 2 seats or 3 seats. You have to buy the entire row if you plan to sit alone, or because nobody's going to sit around you. So airplane,
they can't even fit in the one chair themselves. One chair. You look at her size. She definitely taking up like 4 seats in an airplane, man.
Yeah. So that's what's happening right now. So
and I doubt she could probably even sit in the airplane. She would probably have to lay down in the airplane because like the distance between seat A and seat B, that's also going to be challenging. She could probably only sit at the first row, just behind the cockpit kind of area. Those, or the place close to the emergency exit, because those seats, that's where you get the most leg room.
Yeah. And now it's turning to a whole race issue. Sorry. Now it's turning to a whole race issue. So hopefully Lyft find a way out of this, because if they don't do that, they are going to lose a lot of money, because they say it's enshrined in the state law not to weight discriminate. So the year started on a bad note. People are finding ways to make money. Rappers are suing juries. So it's crazy out there, man. Protect your business, man.
Rappers can't depend on the rap to make the money anymore.
No, come to find out, rappers are not,
they're not getting paid well, bro.
Yo, like, there's this rapper like Tekashi 69 that a jewelry like the jewelry shop is suing him for loaning him his like chains up to like $2 million, and they were like, "Yo, these rappers are not making no money this year. For the past 5 years since the pandemic, rappers are not making that much money, bro." So I
Yeah,
just understand. Yeah.
maybe
Anyway,
because everything is AI generated now,
yeah.
or
Oh, talking about
or
AI.
or apart from the AI generated, like everybody is showing that okay, you can just put a couple words together and string them and use what was those websites?
ChatGPT.
Websites like not ChatGPT, but Word Rhyme. Is it Word Rhyme
Okay.
or
Okay.
Rhyme Waves and stuff, and they can help you come up with different rhymes. And all you just gotta do is just make a beat, and yeah, that's about it.
Damn. That's crazy. Anyway, you've heard the Jello song, right?
Jello. Yeah, I heard the
Yeah.
Jello song. His song is what?
Tweakers.
Tweakers. Yeah.
Well, he got signed for $1 million. So just imagine, right? So like gimmicky rap is
So
on.
he gave up his NBA career now and just go straight
Yeah,
out rapping.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I think for him
Gimmicky.
is a better like thing to do because the NBA basically don't want him because he robbed something. From the day he made that robbery, he got
Yeah,
branded.
yeah. He got
But the
branded.
rap but the rap industry would like you for robbing.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Yeah,
His
I think.
probably his next song is gonna probably come up about how he took that jewelry in China or
Yeah,
whatever he stole.
yeah. It wasn't even a jewelry. Something stupid for like 250 R&B, like, and just destroyed your career over that. You know,
Hmm.
and even
Trying to get it.
The G League is not even willing to have him. It's crazy,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, um, let's move on to the next topic. Uh, the dawn of new America. Donald Trump has slashed 25% tariff on Canada.
Oh yeah, I saw that
25%.
one. I saw that
20,
one.
yeah,
Trudeau.
25% on Mexico and
Uh huh.
10% on China. You
Yeah,
know,
Trudeau come out begging, yo. Basically,
he,
Trudeau come out and saying, you know, we are best friends. We've been friends for history, and we know you guys don't like how like the border issues with the fentanyl and this, and Canada has the at least lower than 1% like fentanyl like incoming into the US and all that kind of stuff. Even
yeah,
trying to remind Trump that yo, we've been boys from day one, when you fight all
yeah,
your wars, who had your back? you know, when you
yeah,
did this, who was there to support you? When the 911 came, who was there? Like, even when the
yeah.
fire in LA, who was shipping helicopter with water bombs to help you out? He was trying to guilt Trump into like, yo, don't put that ban, bro. And
Yeah,
then
Trump.
he said in the end that okay, if you guys gonna put tariff on us, they're gonna put back tariffs on Trump. Um,
Yeah,
so let's see
that
how that one goes, man.
he did, but rather unfortunate. He thought he tried to resign. He's already says he's not going to run as Canada's prime minister in the next election.
Hmm.
Um, Thinking maybe he was thinking Trump had an issue with him. So once he resigned, Trump would not go ahead with the tariff. But Trump is like, so during one interview, they asked Trump, is there anything Canada, Mexico, and China can do in order to avoid a tariff? Trump replied in the negative, no, there's nothing they can do. So this is from Reuters.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday ordered hefty new tariffs of 25% on goods from Mexico and Canada and 10% on imports from China, White House officials said. The tariffs are set to go into effect Tuesday. The move made by Trump at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida threatens to ignite a trade war that could disrupt more than $2.1 trillion of annual trade. Trump is using the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to back the tariffs, which allow sweeping powers to address crises. There is a carve-out for Canadian energy products, which will face a 10% tariff rate. Trump set the February 1st deadline to press for strong action to halt the flow of the opiate fentanyl and precursor chemicals into the U.S. from China via Mexico and Canada, as well as to stop illegal immigrants crossing U.S. borders. A model gauging the economic impact of Trump's tariff plan from EY chief economist Greg Dacko suggests it would reduce U.S. growth by 1.5 percentage points this year and throw Canada and Mexico into recession. Dacko said the tariffs could usher in stagflation in the U.S. and trigger financial market volatility. Trump acknowledged that higher costs could be passed on to consumers and that his actions may cause short-term disruptions, but said he was not concerned about their impact on financial markets. The tariffs are expected to hit everything from avocados to electronics. Automakers would be particularly hard hit through tariffs on vehicles assembled in Canada and Mexico. Their vast regional supply chain, where components can cross borders several times before final assembly, would further exacerbate these costs. Canada has drawn up detailed targets for immediate retaliation, including duties on Florida orange juice, a source familiar with the plan said. While Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has also threatened retaliation. She said she would wait with a cool head for Trump's decision and was prepared to continue a border dialogue with him. China has been more circumspect, but vowed to defend its trade interests.
Well, the tariff went into effect today. So Canada, in return, slapped 25% tariff on $170 billion worth of American goods. So,
Yep.
but guess what? Trump said if Canada retaliated with its own tariff, by next week, he's going to increase the tariff to 70%. So, Canada, well,
Yo, who do you think gonna win that war though?
yeah, because
Who has
US
the most to lose?
Canada has the most to lose because 77% of Canada's export goes to the US. 82% of Mexico's export goes to the US. Right? So Canada has a lot more to do because they've been dependent on the US for a very long time. So they've not established any other trade relation with any other country. You get a point?
Yeah.
It's like they've had a big brother for a very long time, so they forgot to make new friends, right? So that's going to be the headache for them moving forward.
I think it's just gonna
Right.
be tough for them in the short term, but I had this enlightenment in my head.
Okay.
What Trudeau said made a lot of sense. Trump is trying to make the golden era of the US. And because he's doing that, they could also have a negative impact
Mm-hmm.
on all their partners. Like, for example, today it's Canada and Mexico and China.
Yeah.
These three. Tomorrow, who else could it be? And if you keep doing that constantly, you're just like pushing everybody else to combine together and create their own version of their NATO against America.
Yeah.
Create their version of their NATO against America's tariff act
Yeah.
or whatever. And to me, the US is one person who consumes a lot, but I'm sure you can find enough smaller countries that can consume what they're consuming if you're willing to give them some nice long-term partnerships. Like, for instance, I'm sure China is going to take their resources if they decide to jump in on the BRICS movement. They'll be like, yeah, come on, let's do this.
Yeah, but I don't think Canada is going to do that because US still have a lot of leverage even in terms of the security apparatus, the economic factor, and even helping with the job creation because a lot of the manufacturing have been shifted from America to Canada because it's cheaper that way to produce over there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Canada is running a deficit with America. It's the same with the EU. So they can talk all this big talk, but they have to come to the table and say, oh, okay, we are trading partners, but you sell more to us and you don't allow us to sell like half of what we produce, you don't buy.
Uh-huh.
So Trump's issue, even with the EU, is that in Europe, you don't see Ford cars, you don't see any American cars on European roads. And
Yeah.
Trump is like, why? Why don't you see American cars on European roads? But if you go to the US, you see all these Maserati,
Yeah. Yeah.
Lamborghini, you see all these cars on their roads. So Trump is like, come on, guys, at least take one. Oh,
Yeah.
we don't like
Yeah.
pickups. Like, why? So the deficit is larger because America tends to just, okay, you have your product. Since you are a friend, just bring it to the American market, we'll buy. So for a very long time, it's come to find it was instituted that way after the Second World War so that other economies can sell their product cheaply and make money to build their countries rather than America giving them money.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that with Japan. That's why America doesn't sell their cars to Japan, but Japan
Okay.
sells a little. And the same with Germany, because America made a plan that, okay, sell your goods in America so that we can pay you in dollars. You use that dollar to build your economy. So subsequent government didn't change that rules until Donald Trump is like, man, we have to change this, you know.
It's too
So I understand
one-sided.
he's very, very one-sided. Even though
Mm-hmm.
America is not suffering, but Trump just think, come on, man, this is not balanced, you know.
Just like how you
That
feel like, okay, we're paying for arms in Europe, and this is your backyard. You should at least pay 50%.
yeah, you see, yeah, because even the Ukraine thing, America has already invested more than 200 billion, and the
Mm-hmm.
whole of EU is now somewhere around 120. The whole of EU are around 120. So Trump is like, at least just do something,
Mm-hmm.
but they just don't care, you know. So hopefully, this brings them to the negotiating table because the tough talk is not going to help any other country because Mexico is
Mm-hmm.
talking tough right now. Mexico is also trying to institute 25% tariff on all American goods. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, because nobody in South America, Latin America is buying. These are
Okay.
poor economies. So Mexico shares a border with Guatemala. The next country is going to be maybe Panama. Then you're going to go down Belize. Then you see the countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
next bigger economy is going to be Brazil, and Brazil has its own product. Brazil is trying to sell to somebody else. Brazil is not trying to buy yours. You know, Brazil is not trying to buy yours. The next bigger economy is going to be Argentina. Argentina is dealing with its own inflation right now. You know, so instead of the tough talk and okay, if America put 25, you're also going to do 25. It's not going to help any other country. So the only solution is not calling Trump's bluff. Is just going to Washington and say, "Hey, Trump, let's negotiate this, man." You know, everybody's afraid of being called like a coward or a pussy in that term of like let's say succumbing to American threats. So all these other presidents like, man, if you put 25, you're gonna put 25. I'm like, come on, bro, don't do it, man. Just don't do it because and it started with Colombia.
Okay.
Trump is like, okay, bringing back your citizens, illegal immigrants back home. I'm going to pay for it. I'm just going to bring them in military van, in military airplanes. So Trump sent it to Colombia, and Colombia is like, no, you cannot land the plane. We say, oh yeah. So they returned the plane
Yeah.
back to America. They went back
And you
again. The
showed
guy,
them who is boss.
yeah. So guess what Trump did? 25% tariff on all Colombian export, and
Yeah, I heard that
visa,
story.
he banned all visas for the Colombian government. Within 30 minutes, the guy is like, no, we are not trying to argue with you. We just don't like the military plane. So now we'll send our own plane to pick our citizens. I'm like, oh, look at this crazy guy. Instead of allowing the guy to ship the guys back home to Colombia with their
For
own
free.
for free, you were hot-headed. I don't like military planes. So now you're going to send your own plane and pay for them. Trump is like, okay, no problem.
Yeah, because Trump
So
already wasted a trip. He's like, I'm not gonna go back and pick them up again. It's your problem now.
you see, because everybody was talking tough. The problem is not Trump. The problem was before Trump won, Trump is like, I'm going to do this. And everybody was talking tough because people thought he was not going to win. So all these presidents were talking tough. So they were like, okay, we can't just say, hey, Trump, bring them back. No, because you were talking tough before the guy won. So now you have to stand on your words, right? So that's what is happening right now. That's what is happening right now. So Trump has already started deporting a lot of people. But the
Yeah.
problem with the deportation, talking about Colombia, the problem with the deportation is, I want to play you the next clip regarding this issue. People, for some weird reason, hold on, have stopped showing up for work. Sorry, let me get this clip. Where is that clip? Oh, before that, you've seen Serena Gomez crying too. Hold on. It's also related to this. It's coming.
Just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
You know who that girl is, though? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, nice.
No idea,
I'm
man.
so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
She's from where? Mexico?
No, she's American, bro.
But what's that
She's
flag there, though?
Oh, there's a flag there. Hold on.
Yeah, there
Let
was
me
a
add it
flag
back.
on the screen.
Let me play it back.
See, there's I'm sorry with a little flag.
Oh, that's a Mexican flag because her
Okay.
parents were from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
She was born in the US.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
So
then she
ever
still has
since,
some feel for the Mexican people, which is common to do.
well, if you have a feel for the Mexican, you are a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
She's an actress, a musician. She's really famous. So she's really, really famous, CJ. But she's a billionaire. So if you feel so bad for Mexican, at least do something, right? You can hire a lawyer.
Or create the Mexican Foundation. Create a charity.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with your billions of dollars to help the people. But she decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on live, put on a makeup,
And cry.
turn on Instagram, cry, and upload it online.
I guess she's trying to cause a revolution now.
Well,
That's what
nobody was
happens, you
buying
know.
it. Guess what? 4 years ago, people would have bought it, but people have grown tired of celebrity just virtue signaling,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so people started chewing her online in her comment section. And guess what she did? She took the video down. And you know what that tells me? That tells me she wasn't even really worried about people being deported. She just wanted maybe, some sympathy from the
Acknowledgement,
world.
some
Yeah, that
acknowledgement
okay,
that she did something and
like
she
I'm doing
tried.
something.
Hmm.
So that's what's happening. Trump is deporting a lot of people, but then the effect of the deportation is the video I want to play right now. The effect of deporting a lot of people.
Fucking immigration tries to show up, everybody leaves. Not a soul in here. Everybody's out. Fuck, man.
Oh man, oh man, nobody working at the FedEx and the and
Nobody's
the
working.
and the DHL anymore.
Nobody's and guess what? A lot of contractors are blaming Trump right now because they have huge contract. And come to find out, 80% of all construction are carried out, like the workers are carried out by migrants.
Yeah, well, don't worry,
So
man. He ship out some new ones gonna come in and take their place. You know how it goes.
yeah, but
It's just
once you
gonna
are,
be like maybe they're gonna strike for a week. By the time next week, there's gonna be new employees in those positions.
yeah. But if you are illegal, though, it's going to be a lot of headaches. So that raises a critical issue. Was it the pay, or is it that people are lazy to work? That's the question I have for you. Was it the pay, or were the contractors purposely hiring illegal immigrants, or were the legal citizens just don't want to work in those sectors? What do you think?
Well, first of all, the most legal citizens wouldn't want to work in those sectors. That's one, unless they could help it. And two is like the the companies, those managers, they prefer to hire illegals because one, they can rip them off. They can give them lower pays compared to the locals. Plus, they can hire them and not even pay them any benefits. No days off, no holidays, no special treatments, no insurance. They get away with a lot of you know, things that way. And the only it's like when they're coming to investigate, they just make them, get out the way and have a couple locals lined up. So right now it's just like no one was prepared for this, so the whole place is empty. But
Mm-hmm.
if come a week later, they're gonna pay the bill, and slowly but surely migrants are going to start coming back in the job sector because they still got to eat at the end of the day. And the reason why they're in the US is for the better pay and the better lifestyle and to chase after the dream. Like, even our guys who were here in China and they went to Canada. They went to Canada just because Canada has what better education system, um, and maybe like
Free healthcare.
free health care, something to do like the best place to be when you're retired, right?
Okay.
And like most of them, when they got there, they were doing basically what those migrant workers were doing, those kind of jobs,
True.
because that's
True.
that's what's available for you. And slowly but surely, you can make your way after that by maybe getting a degree
A
over there.
degree. Yeah.
And once you get a degree over there, then you can start applying for the higher level jobs because that's when they consider you like part of their community or society
Yeah.
or something like that.
Like
So
the normal progression. You just don't do the cleaning for 30
yeah.
years and expect to be probably a meaningful contributor to the economy, you
Hmm.
know. So I've seen a couple
So
of videos of people that were in the US for 30 years. They have kids. And there's this lady that was being interviewed on CNN. She's been there for 30 years. She has two kids. She could barely speak a word of English, and she made no meaningful like effort to even get like proper documentation. and she was crying. I'm like, I don't blame Trump. I just blame
What
you
she
because
did? She did the butt tourism thing to
no,
get
she's
in.
from no, she was from Mexico, so she just crossed.
Okay, and have her kids
So
over there, or have her kids.
no, she had a kid in the States.
Okay, so her kids are citizens. Oh, but her husband is most likely illegal working there, so they
She's
ship the
still
husband home.
illegal though.
Yeah, but she can't. She has to stay because the kids here, right?
Yeah, but that
No
doesn't
matter
matter.
what.
They said, yeah, the matter because yeah. So she was caught. So she's about to get deported, but the lawyers are fighting her case because she's been here
Okay.
for like 30 years and she could barely speak English, CJ. And she like at least try to like do something
Yeah,
and work towards like normal papers. She make no effort, She made no
but,
effort.
but you ever watch this TV series what they call the cleaner?
No.
What I understand for the cleaner is like these Mexican people when they come over, right? They tend to stay in their crew,
Okay.
like stay in their little community. So it's
Just
like
like the
a,
Chinese.
yeah, a community of Mexicans always hang out together. And in that community, maybe one or two of them could speak proper fluent English. So the rest don't
Okay.
have to learn. They just depend on one another and they help each other out. And that's
That
where they
makes
live.
sense.
So
That makes
there's
sense.
no big urge or push to learn anything. And when you go to buy stuff these days, you don't need to say anything. You just
Yeah,
scan, pay, or you
know the
okay,
price.
you know the price. They tell you they can even show you the price. So the language is not a big issue for daily life anymore.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. If you want like multiculturalism, you have to like at least make it an effort to, because before you become a naturalized citizen, at least still need to know the constitution. It still so I don't know, bro. Like it's just weird. But Trump is doing one thing. You know what Trump has taught me? Like
Yeah,
the politicians have the power to do anything they say during um their
during
campaign.
their rally.
Yeah, they have the power to do whatever they say they want to do because whatever Trump said he's gonna do, he's doing it right now, and people are crying and complaining. I'm like, he told you he's gonna do this. He told you
Well,
he's gonna deport everybody.
the thing about Trump is that Trump is a guy of his word, and he's the kind of politician that because I said I'm gonna do it, I don't care what you say about me. I'm gonna still do it just to prove a point.
Yeah,
And
just to
the
put a
thing of
point.
the difference with him and like Biden and these guys, they probably say they're gonna do something, and then when they want to do it, the other people on the side, like to the left or to the right, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you can't do this, and you can't do this. It's against ABCD." But Trump was going, "Okay, we're gonna change ABCD." That's how he is. He's gonna find a way to get what he wants done.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what makes him different and like the most dangerous or deadly president that is out there because he's unpredictable.
He's a very unpredictable. And besides, he's not fighting for re-election. He knows he only have 4 years, right? So you can be remembered or you can just live by
Be
the wayside.
forgotten.
Like, yeah, like what Joe Biden is gonna be.
But how come
Joe
he
Biden,
only has 4 years though? Because he did
he's
4 years before, or
yeah, he
he's
did
too
4 years
old to
before.
do another one.
No, he did 4 years already.
Yeah, but there was
So
a gap between the four, so couldn't he
yeah,
like do
but
another one?
everybody is entitled to 8 maximum.
Oh, eight maximum. No matter
Yeah,
if
eight
you had
maximum.
gaps between.
Nah, yeah, you can only go if
Okay, that,
if it were in Africa, maybe. But yeah, so but you only have 8 maximum unless
maybe
they
maybe he
change the
find a
whole
way to change that rule too.
yeah, they can do it. But
Yo,
yeah,
if you find a way to change that rule and be like one of those she's in there,
yeah,
yo,
because
that would be
some members
deadly,
of
yo.
Congress have already started sharing those ideas about finding a work around the constitution. It will eventually go to the Supreme Court, so to make him run again, but that's not going to work.
But for
That would
now,
be
to me, I think that will come up in the end. Like if he run a really decent, strong, nice campaign that is very beneficial to the US for this 4 years, and like it's coming to the end of his term, they might find a way to make him stick around because yeah, things are working out good and it's working out good for the US. So why would you change the man?
man. We have some people called the Democrats. They're not gonna have that. They're not gonna have that.
Well, they have to
They
give
are
Kamala a chance at it.
now. She, Kamala Harris was just a seven-string quarterback. If Kamala is a point guard, she will be Bronny James. She was not qualified to run,
Hmm.
just like
She was
Bronny is
only
not
there
qualified.
because of daddy.
So and and I want us to do one last thing on Trump. You've heard about the Panama Canal, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so I want to play you this video on the Panama, and it's really interesting what's happening in Panama. And let's go with this one. Let me know if you want me to stop it, man.
To
So,
American ingenuity, the Panama Canal. Senator Moreno down there suggested we open the hearing by playing Van Halen and Panama. We may not do that, but between the American construction of the Panama Canal, the French effort to build an isthmus canal, and America's triumphant completion of that canal, the major infrastructure projects across Panama cost more than 35,000 lives. For the final decade of work on the Panama Canal, the United States spent nearly $400 million, equivalent to more than $15 billion today. The Panama Canal proved a truly invaluable asset, sparing both cargo ships and warships the long journey around South America. When President Carter gave it away to Panama, Americans were puzzled, confused, and many outraged. With the passage of time, many have lost sight of the canal's importance, both to national security and to the U.S. economy. Not President Trump. When he demanded fair treatment for American ships and goods, many in the media scoffed. But the Panama Canal was not just given away. President Carter struck a bargain. He made a treaty. And President Trump is making a serious and substantive argument that that treaty is being violated right now. This committee has jurisdiction under the Senate rules over the Panama Canal, and today we will examine evidence of potential violations. President Trump has highlighted two key issues. Number one, the danger of China exploiting or blocking passage through the canal. And number two, the exorbitant costs for transit. Chinese companies are right now building a bridge across the canal at a slow pace so as to take nearly a decade. And Chinese companies control container ports at either end. The partially completed bridge gives China the ability to block the canal without warning. And the ports give China ready observation posts to time.
But yo,
yeah.
at least you can see like how like when Trump do stuff, he really thinks like a businessman, like in terms of um his mentality. Like for example, yeah, he talked about, hey, we want to go and check into the violations, but he's not just saying, okay, we're just going into the violations. We're going to check into them and we're going to look into the treaty that was placed there and to show like they're violating it. So he's finding ways to get what he wants done.
Yeah.
And do it legally, you know?
Yeah, there's been a lot. Apparently, Trump is not the first person to do this. Biden has been trying to do this for a very long time, but he was doing it like covertly. He was talking to the
Yeah.
Panamanians about the prices and about the same thing about the two Chinese at both ends of the port. Biden has been raising this issue, but he didn't tell the public that America has issue with this. He just told Panama secretly, like, oh, we have issue with this. So Americans are not aware that Biden was even fighting for these issues,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But Trump came into the picture and said, nah, you guys have violated the agreement that you keep the prices low. But come to find out, Panama depends on the canal for the survival of the economy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So guess what they do now? Just like a parking lot, right? They said, okay, the cars wants to park, but it's taking too slow to park the cars because the spaces are too narrow. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do bidding for the parking lot. So instead of the passage will be 500 RMB, we're going to do bids. So the first bid start at 500. So a ship can say, okay, let's say you have a shipping company, and normally it takes 24 hours to pass through the canal, but you don't want to wait 24 hours. So Panama is telling you, okay, if you don't want to wait 24 hours,
You can
you
take
can
the
put in
express lane.
so you have, instead of paying 500 RMB, you have companies paying 5,000 RMB for them to be moved to the front lines. So companies that don't have money to bid are left to wait at the tail end. So you see this big corporation like Mike's or China's,
Costco or Costco
yeah,
and those, they
this
get through quickly.
they get through, and these small companies are not able to get through. That way, Panama makes more money. That way, the larger companies cut the line. Maybe they are supplying the same things the smaller companies are supplying.
Okay.
You see the problem. So they are supplying basically the same thing. So that's what the problem Trump is having with these Panama people,
Okay.
right? So, and you can allow, I don't know why they did that. And once Trump raised this issue, guess what they did? Apparently, when you get to Panama, 70% of all inscription on Panama, you see Chinese characters. So Trump was like, what's happening here? We don't want that. And you can't allow a foreign company to own both ends of the canal. So that's you can't have that. Like, it's crazy if you think about it. Even
Yeah,
though
it's like they're dependent on it, but they don't care about the security because they have nothing to lose in the end. But the US
nah,
is the one who have everything to lose because they're
they
on
have
the
everything.
that tunnel takes them right to their doorstep.
Yeah. And guess what? All their submarines and everything, they don't want to go through the Cape of Brazil. It takes like 2 days. They don't want to do that. So all their submarines, all their these big warships pass through the same place that the Hong Kong company controls. So they are taking measurement. They know which warship is leaving America. So there's a lot of tracking
They know
going.
all the data. They know how much
It's,
of you left, how much of you going through, which submarine you use. Okay, we know everything that's
you see,
going on.
so that's a problem Trump is having with Panama. And instead of Panama saying, hey, you know what, Trump, let's just sit down and talk. They were talking big. They've been talking big for a very long time. So continue.
Yeah, up to you. Up to you.
Time that action. This situation, I believe, poses acute risks to U.S. national security. Meanwhile, the high fees for canal transit disproportionately affect Americans because U.S. cargo accounts for nearly 3/4 of canal transits. U.S. Navy vessels pay additional fees that apply only to warships. Canal profits regularly exceed $3 billion. This money comes from both American taxpayers and consumers in the form of higher costs for goods. American tourists aboard cruises, particularly those in the Caribbean Sea, are essentially captive to any fees Panama chooses to levy for canal transits. And they have paid unfair prices for fuel bunkering at terminals in Panama as a result of government-granted monopoly. Panama's government relies on these exploitative fees. Nearly 1/10 of its budget is paid for with canal profit. As those
So you get a point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So today, the Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Panama now. So there's a lot of flag burning and tough talk going on. Hopefully they resolve it peacefully, you know,
Hmm.
and Trump doesn't take it by force, because Trump will take it by force. So hopefully it
Okay.
doesn't get there, and they are able to solve this issue. And the only way to solve that issue will be to let a Chinese company sell or leave the canal.
Or
That'll be the
they
only
just
way.
like make it that a U.S. company control it, like how they did with TikTok.
Yeah, but it's like the former president already signed a deal with the Hong Kong company. So Panama used to be very, very close with Taiwan. They've been very close. They have partnership for a very long time. Until that president is like, they cut ties with Taiwan and they went with China. So, but the president is no more. And then he signed this long-term deal. So the
Also,
company
before it
still,
was owned by Taiwan, right? Taiwan used to control the
no,
canal.
no. In the past, this company still owned, the company owned the boat ends for like almost 3 decades now, almost 30 years now.
Hmm.
But Panama had no diplomatic relationship with China.
Okay.
They only had with Taiwan until the president cut ties with Taiwan and started a relationship with China. So that was when the company came into focus, because for a very long time there was no relationship, you know. And but then the company still have 25 more years to go. So I don't know how they're going to deal with that. Yeah.
That's a long time, man.
That's a long time,
That's a
you know.
long time. And like
Yeah,
with that in play, if China keep control of the canal and they decide to bomb Taiwan, it's going to take the US a long time to reach over there, bro.
very long time. And you've seen the bridge right now. They are building a bridge over the canal, and the bridge. You know how China builds really fast. You and I know how fast China
Yeah,
builds.
they're good at building. They throw up
Yeah,
things in
and
no time.
so that bridge shouldn't take that long. The bridge has been going on for almost 5 years now, and the bridge is it's not finishing. So I just like, come on, man, come on, China, you just finished this
Because
bridge
it's like
already.
uncertainty. I think because of uncertainty, they're
They are
taking
taking
time to
their
build it.
they are taking
Because
their
if like they're 100% sure it's going to be theirs, they will do it now for now. But because they're not sure, maybe we build it, and after we build it, these people come and like kick you out, then you know,
yeah,
waste of effort and time. So they're taking their
yeah.
time with that
So
one.
hopefully they solve that issue, because Panama is they are lovely people. They don't even have an army, so I don't know. You know, Panama. A little history for our viewers. Panama. The reason why I don't like how this is going. Panama was part of Colombia until the U.S. forced Colombia's hand and created a new country, Panama. You know, the U.S. had to carve out Panama out of Colombia. So at least Panama has to be a little grateful, you know. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's like you used to be in Colombia's balls until the US cut, you know, the circumcision, you know. So at least some gratitude and say, okay, you know what? We understand. Anyway, I think we're running slow on time. So let's go on with your videos. And
Okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah. So I have the first video I want to play.
okay,
This one is from over here.
okay.
It's a little bit funny. But you remember the other day we were talking about New Year and the celebration?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one went to another level.
Damn.
涛哥了，肯定是我牌把那个车燃爆了。
小朋友跟火盆儿丢在沼气池里头，你看啊，那个威力好大，车都整翻过了。
Oh, that was firecrackers.
Yeah, a kid take a firecracker and drop it in a sewer. And the
Oh,
sewer, you know what happens when you have a sewer nearby? The
yeah.
methane combined with that firecracker blew up underground and just sent
Damn.
everything flying. You know, the damage is millions. That's millions of dollars worth of damage because if you were paying attention, all those cars that were parked there were actually like expensive cars like BMWs
Oh,
and Bentley and all those stuff.
hell no.
And
Hell no.
look at how young this kid is.
So what happened to the kid now?
Well, you see the cops have him there. Most likely the
Yeah, but
parents are gonna have to foot the bill.
what if the parents don't have the
I don't know how
resources
they're
to?
gonna solve it because most likely they're not gonna have that kind of resources. Look at the kid; he looked like an average kid. Have to
Yeah.
spend maybe at least 5 million worth of damage
Nah.
on that. But you know, he's gonna have to fight it. It's just that the kid kind of messed up his life, messed up his parents' life. If you watch it again, see how young he is. Look at all the expensive cars around the area. Boom.
Oh, and I think the kid did it deliberately too, because
Yeah, he
he
deliberately.
ran.
He ran. He knew what he was doing. He knew
He
he
knew
was
what
gonna
he was
blow
doing.
something up, but he didn't know it was going to be that big.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. That's why he ran.
Yeah. So
But that's
he,
what.
he
Hopefully,
just
the state have like some compassion and say, okay, you know what, the state do foot the bills.
okay. Now
You
he
know.
broke a lot of laws. There, it's the parents' fault. The hammer is gonna drop on the parents hard because yeah, although it's like New Year, they don't want people playing with firecrackers. It's illegal.
Yeah.
But they kind of give you a little freedom because it's the Chinese New Year and it's a Chinese festival, so people don't really pinch you hard for doing it. But the big problem comes in because he did it and he caused this ton of damage, and the parents was not really paying attention to him when he was playing with the stuff. So the parents are
Yeah.
liable. They're gonna hold
What
that
if?
parents liable.
Okay, so now we have an ethical and moral dilemma. Okay, so
Mhm.
the ethical part. What if the parent didn't really buy him the firecrackers? Maybe he found it on the ground and lit it on fire.
No, you're trying to be like the gangster that trying to find an excuse. There's no way you finding that kind of firecracker on the ground.
Okay, let's say we don't find it on the ground. What if the parents say, okay, don't blame me. Okay, now we come to the moral part. Don't blame
Yeah,
me, blame the seller, because
blame the
I didn't
cell.
manufacture
Well,
this.
yeah, that's probably where they're gonna try to push the blame. So
Okay.
the most likely they're gonna hold the parents liable. They're gonna ask the parents where they bought it. So who
Okay.
sold that to them? That guy's in heat right now.
What if he's also not in hate? What if he bought it from a manufacturer?
Most likely that guy packed up his store and run, bro.
So eventually, all this falls on the government, because if you move to the manufacturer will say, "Oh, the government permitted me to manufacture this."
No,
So
no, no. The government definitely maybe didn't permit that. At least if they permitted, they didn't permit the sales of it in China because it's against the law. They would fine you for just having it in your car.
Mhm.
But then he
do
lit it and then it caused damages. That's one of the reasons why, like although the New Year was going on, all the police was doing patrol around the
Okay.
area to try to prevent fires and maybe catch people if they're doing stupid things and arrest
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. If I'm the parents, you guess what I'm doing right now?
Mm,
Putting my house on the market this very moment. I'm putting it how no negotiation. Wherever you have to pay, just give it to me. I'm taking everything because guess what is going to happen? They're going to put
mm,
his house, her house or his house on the market very shortly. If she says, I don't have the resources to pay for the insurance of the cars and everything, they're going to put her
mm.
house on the market and sell it
Yeah,
below market value, you know. So if I'm
yeah,
her, I'm just selling this right now, bro. Selling it quick, 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 man. You know.
yeah. But if you sell it, they're gonna seize the money. The money still have to come in.
Well, you sell it, you get the money, put it in an offshore account. Yo, yeah, just sell and put it in an offshore account and just get it down real quick. Otherwise, if you wait, the hammer is gonna come down on her pretty soon, and the government is gonna take the house, take the cars. Maybe she has some money in her, withdraw every amount you have in your bank account right now. You know,
Mm,
yeah, nothing traceable because
yeah.
in a lot of different countries, the state will take care of it because the kid is under 18, so the state will take care of it, and the insurance is supposed to take care because apparently in a lot of democratic countries, the owners of the car cannot sue the kid. The insurance company would have to deal with the driver or the owner of that car,
Mm,
you know. So the insurance will have to pay the owner of the car, and the insurance will have to contact the parents and deal with that issue. But I don't think that will happen in China, you
yeah.
know.
Well, right now that kid is in a hot seat, but at least he have a story to tell. You know,
Yeah.
he has a story
You
to tell
remember
now.
on Chinese New Year when I dropped that firecracker in the sewer? Oh, you should have seen that shit. The
I
cars
know
were
he's
flying in the air.
yeah, you get famous, bro. You get
Yeah, well, just yeah, he's gonna start getting pretty girls real soon.
yo. I'm sure when he dropped the firecracker and he saw the fire start coming out from there, he knew he was in trouble.
He knew, he knew, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yo, when I
Yeah,
saw this, I was like, yeah, that's crazy. That's next level.
it is crazy. I
Wait,
wish him the best.
let me play the next one.
Oh.
We live in crazy world, man. You know what I think about this? You know what I think about this? If OnlyFans or P Hub are smart enough, this one you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is after the video played, you just put OnlyFans. This
Yeah,
is a great ad for the
the
Super
best
Bowl.
ad.
This is best ad for the Super Bowl, bro. Best ad for the Super Bowl, bro.
They
Best
got their
ad for the Super Bowl.
nominators here. But you know
Yeah.
the whole thing what I got? That accent when she just started the video, that cry, that
Best
that,
ad, man.
that cry is
You sure
crazy, bro.
you sure the girl doesn't have an OnlyFans account?
Maybe. I'm not too sure. Because I just found
Yo,
this one day when I was browsing X. And from the moment I saw it, I was like, yo,
yo. This is a perfect ad, man. Perfect ad.
this thing turned
Perfect
my
ad.
head. And you see, like, even now at the end, this thumbnail, just like how her mouth is open. Yeah, this is crazy,
Perfect
man.
ad, man. Perfect ad.
She has a
But
bright career ahead of her.
very bright. If I'm here, I'm launching my OnlyFans account right now. And this ad, you can play this ad on TV because there's nothing very like
maybe not.
sexualized.
It's a little bit, in terms of like the sound effects that she was given.
You just play some Viking sound behind. Just remove that sound and play
It's
some
like
Vikings.
it implies, but it doesn't directly show, because even though at the end of the day, ring pop is something that they sell.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if this is an ad, you know what will happen? Ring pops prices are gonna go through the roof.
yeah,
Also, each kid who buy a ring pop, they probably start sucking it like this now.
yeah, yeah,
We're gonna have a lot of professionals in no time, bro.
yeah. Ring pop tastes so good, you suck it all day. You know,
Hmm.
perfect reading. Yo,
Let's just get
at
one more
least she,
time. Let's watch
at
it
least she
one
has
more
some
time.
skill.
I'll play it on mute this time. Get out here. Look at
Yeah.
it. But like the
Oh.
moment when I saw this, at first when I saw the person coming out of the ice, right? I was like, how are you swimming in the ice? This cold ice, like
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere. And then when you get out,
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to your mind is to grab a ring,
Grab it, man.
that icy
Grab it.
ring pop, and just go at it like that. I was
And
like,
guess who
damn.
is filming? Guess who is
Mm,
filming? The boyfriend.
the boyfriend or something.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like Saki
he's
so
happy,
good, you
man.
marry me. He's
He's
happy.
happy, man. He's willing to show the world what he's working with, what she's
Yeah.
working with.
And apparently swimming in like icy cold water is really good for your health too. So
Mm.
he's educating the world about the health benefit of swimming in very very cold water. So I see a lot of positive, to be honest with you. One, the husband
But
is happy.
mm, but
He's
you know what I
educating
was
the
shocked about too?
world.
It didn't stick on her tongue,
Yep.
because
Yeah.
it's cold out there, man. You know something, when you take ice at that temperature, it sticks on your tongue.
Yeah, no, but then it only stick when hot air comes into contact with cold air. But she's already in cold environment, so you're not going to experience that. Hot air, cold air, you have an attraction. Cold air, you don't get that. That's
But
why
then again,
anytime,
your mouth always blows the cold air. Is it because she came out from under the water, the icy
she's
water?
already in the water. Yeah, so yeah, she's already in water, and so she's not going to have that uh laws of physics will not apply in that scenario. You know.
Okay. All right. So I have one more for you.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Okay.
What the hell is that, bro?
This is also in China.
Man, I don't. It looks like China, because look at that car in the background.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That
It looks like
Chinese 3-wheeler
yeah.
car.
Yeah. It looks
Hmm.
like in China. But why is the pipe buried that shallow though?
I don't know, man. But at
I
first when I saw this thing, what came to my mind with President Trump? He was like, "Drill, baby, drill." I was like, "Oh, they're
yeah.
drilling the ground, man." And then all of a sudden, I was like,
Yeah. That's
"What is happening here, man?"
that's a city pipeline, and yo, that's just too shallow for a city pipeline. You can't have
But
that in Ghana, bro.
that's a lot of level of pressure for that to just pop up like that. And it pop up like it's drilling its way out. It's not
Yeah.
like it didn't come up vertically. It came up like horizontally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it kind of says that they didn't really fasten this thing down in the ground.
Nah, they did not. That's I think maybe it's the guy that built, maybe it's close to a new complex, maybe a new residential building. So this is a contract, like the contractor's fault, you know. It's like this is pure shoddy work. Because I've connected a lot of pipes. That's a shoddy work, you know. And guess what? The contractor has already left site. So now the people living in that complex need to foot the bills now. You know, it's crazy. And if you don't fix these, people are not gonna get their water anymore. You know, that's a $2 fix. So
Yeah.
that shouldn't be a problem. God damn.
Yeah,
China,
because
man.
since you said that, if you look like the bricks,
Yeah,
it looks like the bricks was not placed there too long.
yeah, yeah,
And most likely the bricks is the entrance to some compound. So
yeah.
someone probably digged it up, do what they need to do, and they didn't put it back properly. They just do that quick work. And
Quick.
then when
Maybe
the pressure come on, and then everything go up in smoke, man.
yeah. Maybe the contractor took too long to finish the building, so people are putting pressure on him. It's like, yo, we got to move in. So just some shoddy works, and you know,
Yeah,
it's
cutting
crazy.
corners, man. Because you see how this thing just come up like that? That could have hit
Yeah,
somebody.
that
And
could
this
hit
look like,
somebody.
I think that's someone who's standing there. No, that's not someone.
No,
No,
that's
that's
not
some pole. I was wondering if that was someone standing
that's
there.
you see, you know what that is? That's a fire hydrant.
Oh,
That's a fire
okay.
hydrant. So
So
that's
it's
a shoddy work.
even the pole, the water supply to the fire hydrant. If a fire busts out there one day,
Yeah,
you don't want to
yeah,
be
that's the problem.
responsible for that kind of work in China when these things
Hell no.
happen. They sue
Yeah,
you to
that's the
kingdom
problem.
come.
Yeah, that's the problem. Shoddy work is everywhere, man. Shoddy work is, and the contractor has already left site, so he's handed over the keys. You
Yes,
know,
it's not his responsibility
hell
anymore.
no, hell no, he's gone, man. He's been paid. He's moved to new site. Let the management of the building control that. He is gone.
Yeah, management
He is.
service is going to have to foot the bill.
They surely will do. He is gone, man. He is gone. Anyway, that's the last video.
Yeah, that's the last one. That's all what I prepared for today, man.
Oh, okay, I think we've done 1 hour, which is good. 1 hour, 17 minutes.
Yep.
First day back on the job, so that's a smooth stream. And guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more, man. We have a lot more content on the channel for you guys, man. So it's been a good stream. So you're still going out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out. Just gonna get ready to go out. My
Yeah,
girlfriend
I'm
is
sure this.
telling me about don't leave her home alone. She's gonna be stressed out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But we'll see. You wanna go
Yeah.
out?
Nah, I'm these people. I've started hearing their footsteps. So.
Oh, okay. They're coming to close down.
Yeah,
All right, man.
So,
All right. Anyway, do your thing. Peace and love. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. You know how it is. See you guys in the next one, man. All right, Walter. Take care, man.
Ah, you too.
Yeah.